Mayweather for 2 years, the last 2-3 years, stalling his career, and then he was waiting on Manny. He didn't wait on Manny as long, but he was waiting on Manny too for a little while. But now he coming full circle. He fighting Canelo. Now, when I look at this fight, initially I looked at this fight and I said, man, what is Khan gonna do to keep Canelo off of him? Like, what can he do strategically to keep him off of him? It's two things that Khan has that I think can make this fight very interesting. And a lot of people say his fast hands. I'm not gonna really say his fast hands. I'm not gonna say his combinations and all that. I'm gonna say his jab and the fact that he can move very well in the ring. Khan, ever since we got with Virgil Hunter, he's been moving more intelligently. He's been moving more intelligently, not moving with that helter-skelter, making it look like he had like 3 cups of coffee before he got in the ring when he was fighting with Freddie Roach. But I'm not going to kill Freddie Roach because he had some success when he fought with Freddie Roach. It's just he got himself in trouble because he was way too much offensive-wise. He wasn't worrying about where he was in the ring. He didn't respect the space in the ring. But now with Virgil Hunter, he's more respectful of his space, his timing, and another thing he does in the inside, he holds intelligently in the inside. So he will be able to do things to offset Canelo, but for how long? Now, if he come in and he use his jab, functional jab, double jab, single jab, and he's in shape, and he uses his legs, holds on the inside, and more importantly, stays off the ropes, Khan can make this fight very interesting going down the stretch. And I know a lot of people looking at like, man, Khan don't have no chin. But see, I don't really agree with people when they say Khan don't have a chin. Because yes, he got knocked out by Breeders Prescott. That's the guy that knocked him out. That was one knockout. He got knocked down a couple times versus Danny, but he did get stopped on his feet. The referee asked him if he could fight. The referee said he looked at glassy eye, that's why he stopped the fight. But he finished that fight on his feet. He got knocked down by Diaz, got up and won that fight. He got knocked around the ring by Marcus Maidana. He didn't get knocked out. He survived. I know he was looking wobbly and he did survive. He didn't get knocked down. So to say Amir Khan is chinny, I don't think you can go into a fight saying Amir Khan is chinny, I'm going to knock him out. Because he had plenty of fights where he didn't get knocked out in. He only been knocked down 3 or 4 times and he been knocked out once. There's plenty of other fighters that been knocked out and knocked down and people ain't calling them chinny. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody calling Lennox Lewis chinny. Lennox Lewis got knocked out twice. Ain't nobody calling him chinny though. So it's other fighters that's been knocked down, knocked out, and ain't nobody calling them chinny. I don't think Amir Khan is chinny more that he's just careless in the ring. When he gets careless, that's when he gets in trouble. But I think Amir Khan knows the severity of this situation. I think the reason why that he knows the severity, I think his antenna is going to be up, and I think he's going to fight more cautious and more strategic and understand his space because he understands he's fighting somebody that can knock his head off. He understands Canelo has a very good left hook, a great left hook to the body and the head. So I don't see Amir Khan getting knocked out like a lot of people do. I think Amir Khan can go to a decision. I don't know if he can win on the scorecards. I don't think people right now can beat Canelo on the scorecards. If Canelo got a draw versus Mayweather on one of the scorecards, and he got his clock cleaned in that fight, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he didn't get beat down. He got beat technically, which I think Khan can technically beat him. I don't think Khan can beat him like Mayweather did because Mayweather is a little bit more strategic in his defense. Mayweather is a defensive fighter first and an offensive fighter second. Khan is an offensive fighter first, defense second. So Khan will give you more chances to get hits off of him versus Mayweather. You're not going to really get that many chances to get really good licks off of Floyd Mayweather, but you will get your chances to hit Amir Khan, and it's been proven. So I think Amir Khan just have to come in use his jab, hold on the inside, stay off the ropes, and use his feet. Throw combinations when Canelo put up those earmuffs, because Canelo like to put up his earmuffs. That's when you run off your combinations. It don't matter if they don't land. They don't all have to land. It just has to look good to the judges. And Canelo, what I know Canelo's going to do, Canelo is not. Shout out to I heard somebody's video and they said Canelo really doesn't use his strength to overpower you like a Marcus Maidana. Canelo is not that type of fighter. Canelo is a counterpuncher by nature. That's why when he was fighting Mayweather, everybody was like, man, why he not jumping all over Mayweather? Because that's not his mentality. That's not his build-up. He's a counterpuncher. So in being a counterpuncher, it maybe help Khan as far as Khan being able to get comfortable in the fight, because Canelo is not going to try to swarm him with a bunch of punches. Now, I may be wrong. Canelo may say, okay, I'm the bigger, stronger man. I might as well go in here and walk this dude down and let him feel my power. He may do that. So if he do that, Khan gonna be in a lot of trouble, because I'm trying to see if he gonna have any punching power to make Canelo respect him at 155 pounds. If he hit Canelo and Canelo kind of stopping his tracks, and you see Canelo kind of looking like maybe this guy does have a little power, he may be a little weary coming in. That's the only way I see if Khan can survive of getting walked down and getting swarmed by a bigger, stronger Canelo. But all in all, I think Canelo's going to fight like Canelo fights, counterpuncher. He got a beautiful jab himself. He actually got a hard thudding jab. And it's going to be an interesting fight, man. I mean, Khan could get knocked out. I know he could get knocked out. I'm not saying he can't, but I don't see him getting knocked out. I see it going to the scorecards, and I see Canelo winning on the scorecards.
The reason why I can see a stoppage is due to what Canelo possesses in his skill set in this fight. He has the tools that gets a guy like Khan aggressive and set up for a knockout. Khan is going to have the advantage with the footwork and the speed. And when Khan starts getting rid of landing shots on Canelo, he's going to try to win every round. It's going to get to a time where Canelo's going to start timing him and start jabbing him himself to keep his distance away and keeping Khan kind of honest or hesitant to want to exchange with him. And eventually, he's going to time Khan some kind of way and find the right range to measure him with to land some vicious shots. And the shots that are usually open against Khan is the right hand or the left hook or the uppercut. And those are Canelo's best punches in his arsenal. So, with that said, moreover, likely Khan will get hurt because Canelo, number one, is stronger than him. Number two, Canelo is a good counterpuncher. Number three, Canelo has a high ring awareness. Number four, Canelo's opposition that he has faced is better than somebody like Amir Khan. And number five, Khan has been off for a whole freaking year. His last fight was against Chris Algieri. And he didn't look as sharp as he should have. And some people disputed that Algieri really won that fight, not Amir Khan, or that fight was a draw. Now, if you had Khan winning, it wasn't pretty, but at the same time, that was Khan's last showing compared to Canelo's last showing against a high-caliber opponent such as Miguel Cotto. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Canelo's last showing was a lot more impressive than Khan's last showing.
That's a fair assessment. That's a fair, because I didn't think Amir Khan looked sharp against Chris Algieri. I agree with you. I think he won by a couple rounds. I seen the fight. I think he won by a couple rounds. He didn't. Yeah, you're right. He didn't look sharp. I I kind of look at it like he underestimated Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri is a little longer and a little technically sound than a lot of people give him credit for. Because he got knocked down 6 times by Manny Pacquiao. Everybody looking at like, oh, he's a bum. But Chris Algieri, he got some really good foot movement, and he has a nice jab in the and he's kind of technically sound himself. So that was that fight right there was I think Amir Khan kind of underestimated that man and didn't go in there and really had to fight like I thought he was going to fight. I thought he was going to be much more sharper in the fight than he was, because coming off that Devin Alexander fight, he was much more sharp. He was much more crisp. His distance was well. He didn't unnecessarily move around the ring like he did in the Chris Algieri fight. I thought he moved around the ring unnecessarily, wasting too much energy, wasting too much time to where he could have got his punching rhythm and his punching distance on. But yeah, he didn't look good. Yeah, you're right. He didn't look good in that fight. And Canelo looked good in Canelo looked good in the Cotto fight.
Yeah, and I take that in serious consideration. And the other part is Canelo's younger than Khan.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Canelo's a lot fresher than Khan, and Canelo is fighting at a more comfortable weight than Khan. So, and Khan possibly by putting on this weight might
be sluggish. He may be sluggish.
And a little slower than what he's accustomed to being at 147. Mm-hmm. These are key factors I take in consideration. Mm-hmm. This is why I feel like it's a bit of a mismatch as far as considering the time layoff, considering also his last performance, and considering who really has the advantages in this fight as far as the timing, as far as the pace of the fight, and as far as, when you think about it, who's been fighting better opposition lately. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, you can't sit up and tell me at 154 and 155, Khan could pose some threat to Canelo compared to fighting guys like Lara and Gulo, Kirkland, and Cotto. I mean, it's just not going to be that easy for Khan to think that just because he's a little quicker, but we don't know how quick he'll be. And plus, Khan, I don't know what his reactionary timing is going to be in this fight. I don't know how good his reflexes are going to be. I don't know if he's going to be as sharp as combinations as he needs to be. I'm just worried about, is his timing good? Is his fighting shape going to be good? How winded is his stamina going to be by putting on more weight? And what game plan him and Virgil Hunter are really going to have? Because sometimes Virgil Hunter could be a bit inconsistent with certain fighters, where it just don't look like they have no game plan. Because when I look at the Andre Berto versus Floyd Mayweather fight, it just looked like they didn't have a fucking game plan.
I don't know.
So, and I don't really want to bring up Mayweather in this conversation, but I'm just saying by Virgil Hunter.
Yeah, I know.
His last impression as a trainer to me with that last fight, and I just said Hunter just came off like a guy who was just trying to get a paycheck, like Freddie Roach was with John Pascal versus Kovalev for the second time. It just came off like they were getting a paycheck instead of really having a real identity to go and attack their opponent. And for Canelo, you got to have a strategy. You got to fight in the trenches. You got to take advantage of the times where he's not attacking you, when he's just trying to take a layoff in the round. See, Canelo's about spurts. He ain't about fighting you for all 3 minutes. He's about more likely fighting you for 30 seconds or for a minute. If I'm Khan, I'm trying to dominate that round for at least 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 20 seconds each round.
Trying to outwork him.
Yeah, you got to do that Ray Leonard versus Hagler shit against Canelo. If you're Amir Khan. But can Khan stay disciplined? Can he stay unstuck? I mean, can he